One of the things I remember seeing in a farmer's wall was a saying that was, "He who plants a seed beneath the sod and waits believes in God."
It's taken a lot of faith and 30 years for Troy Bancroft and his family to build this agribusiness in rural Michigan. And while today agriculture liquid fertilizer is preparing for a busy spring season, it's been a long road to travel.
You ever surprised coming to this place versus where it started?
I am amazed every time I walk in this building. Absolutely amazed.
It was here in St. John's, Michigan during the 1960s and 70s that Jill Bancroft's father, Douglas Cook, began cooking up a new idea.
Well, my dad sold seed corn for a number of years. He was always in sales. He sold everything. He sold for a number of different seed corn companies, and he had a small business in the 60s called Green Lawn Fertilizer.
And it wasn't long until he needed help. Jill's husband, Troy, in school to become a civil engineer, answered Mr. Cook's call.
He was an amazing man with an amazing mind that had 100 ideas a day that he thought were the best.
I actually worked in the office, which was in a shed across the road from my parents' house with no bathroom to start with, and a kerosene heater in the winter.
The company incorporated in 1983, just 10 days before the birth of their first son.
So we spent the first 10 years, from 1983 to 93, barking up a tough tree.
Tough, making a mark in a crowded industry with a new product during the farm crisis of the 80s, the drought of 88, and the floods of 93. Faith, passion, and perseverance was really what pushed them forward.
Obviously, we totally had to live it as a family. I know many holidays the kids would help get ready for maybe a farm show or a field day we were having going on.
As the farming tide turned in the 2000s, the family, now including 3 young boys, Nick, Albert, and Gerrit, incorporated research, added facilities, and kept growing. Today, the business has an annual growth rate of 20% and serves 40 states, Mexico, Canada, and Belize. Those 3 young leaders now helping build the family legacy.
You know, when I first got out of college, kind of looked for voids in what we did. At the time, it was creating good technical information, product information, and really fine-tuning the formulas that we had.
Where do you need me? And they said, well, we've got a spot that you could fill at the plant. Do you see a fit? Are my skills employable? And hopefully they deem, as I've been here over 6 years.
When our boys grew up in the business, they understand the workings of the business. They understand how to work with each other in the business. And I'm very proud of the way they do that today, because that is the future of our company.
A future built on hard work, a dream to serve America's farmers, and a path, rough and rugged, but home to a family on the move.
I hope to see my kids happy in this. I don't want them to look back and wish they'd taken a totally different road.
When you're wearing the logo of Agriculture Liquid Fertilizers, you're representing our family.